Chapter 3778. The Dragon Palace's Dragon King is here? It was located in the middle of the trading corridor. This was where the royal family's base of operations was located. The royal family was one of the more low-profile races among the 12 pinnacle races. Their strength was on the weaker side among the pinnacle races. The royal family was mainly a family clan. Among the top clans, they were the only family clans. They were also the strongest clan in the 9 Origins cosmos. However, even if they were slightly weaker than the other pinnacle races, their strength was still beyond the reach of the other pinnacle races. Moreover, their clan's ancestor was an expert who had survived the last great cataclysm. There were still peak sovereign realm experts in the clan. Why is the Dragon Palace's Dragon King here? Trade? A dozen old men sat in the middle of the royal palace with furrowed brows. I don't know. An old man shook his head. But the Dragon Palace's Dragon King has swaggered into our territory. The Angel race and Phoenix race will definitely take action. They will definitely attack the Dragon King. What should we do? This is indeed a troublesome matter. If there was only one pinnacle race, they would still be wary of us. But the Angel race and Phoenix race are stronger than the rest of the pinnacle races. An old man from the royal family shook his head. This was a thorny problem. Both sides have reached a point where they won't rest until one of them is dead. Why don't we leave the Dragon King here as a favor to the 2 pinnacle races? An old man suggested. No, absolutely not. The Dragon Palace once sold a type of soul-returning fruit. With our arrangements here, killing the Dragon King will be easy. However, the Dragon King will definitely revive. Once he revives, our royal family will become the enemy of the Dragon Palace. The Dragon King's cultivation speed is a little strange. It's best not to interfere. There's no need to offend such an enemy just because of a favor from the Angel race and Phoenix race. As soon as he finished speaking, an old man immediately refused. If they want to fight, let them fight outside. After a few seconds of silence, an old man spoke. Everyone nodded their heads in agreement. Lord Deacon, experts from the Angel race and Phoenix race are gathering. At this time, an expert from the royal family flew over and reported loudly. Come, let's go out. The Angel race and Phoenix race have 7th Order Sovereign Realm experts here. They will probably attack the Dragon King directly. The group of experts from the Imperial family said. They moved and quickly flew out. When they flew out, they immediately saw a group of angels and phoenixes hovering in the air above them. Waves of terrifying aura spread out in all directions. It's really fast. In that tea house, Wang Xian sat there with a smile on his face. Sensing the aura of the surrounding experts, he revealed a smile. 2 7th Order sovereigns, 13 6th Order sovereigns, and a large number of 6th Order sovereigns. Lan Qingyue sat at the side and said with a smile. Very good. Killing them will bring great improvement to the Dragon Palace, and we will get a lot of resources. Wang Xian nodded with a smile. According to what I found on the communication stone plate, the Phoenix race and the Angel race both have a base here. There should be a lot of treasures and resources here. Lan Qingyue said. That's even better. Wang Xian nodded. Xiao Xian, should we make our move now? Lan Qingyue asked. No, let's wait for them to make the first move and see what the Imperial family's attitude is. Wang Xian shook his head. He had come here mainly to annihilate the experts of the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan to obtain some resources. At the same time, he wanted to tell the other races that the Dragon Palace was not to be trifled with. He would naturally not provoke the Imperial family for no reason. He would act according to the rules of the other party. Of course, if the powerhouses of the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan broke the rules here, he wouldn't abide by the rules if they didn't stop them. The strength of the Imperial family was relatively weak among the top races. Since he had offended the Angel race and Phoenix race, he had nothing to fear. Lan Qingyue nodded. The Dragon King of the Dragon Palace is really arrogant. How dare he come here? Is he provoking us? Very good. Outside the tea house, the group of angels and phoenixes had locked down the tea house. The leading Radiance angel flapped his wings and exuded a terrifying killing intent. Archangel 100 Droughts, let's join forces and kill him. On the opposite side, a water phoenix flapped his wings and looked at the Archangel. All right. Surround the entire area. Archangel 100 Drought answered immediately and gave an order to the angel tribe's experts around him. Chirp chirp. The group of phoenixes chirped and their eyes were filled with the flames of killing intent. Success, are they going to fight? Now that the Dragon Palace, Angel Race and Phoenix Race are archenemies, a fight will definitely break out. Why did the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace come here? Isn't he sending himself to his death? There are 7th Order sovereigns from the Angel Race and Phoenix Race here. There are also many experts of other levels. Based on the combat strength displayed by the Dragon King, he is no match for them. Now, the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace is completely surrounded. I wonder what the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace is going to do, but I'm afraid he is going to be in deep trouble. What about the Imperial family? This is the territory of the Imperial family. Will the king allow them to fight here? In the surroundings, all the experts and disciples looked over in shock. One by one, they discussed among themselves. At the same time, the news spread rapidly through the communication stone plate. Swish, swish, swish. Phoenix Race, Angel Race, and the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace in the tea house. If you want to fight, please go to the sky. Don't fight in the territory of our Imperial family. At this time, the group of experts from the Imperial family flew over and spoke to them with furrowed brows. Everyone from the Imperial family, this Dragon King must die. Today, we will borrow your venue. All the losses will be borne by our 2 peak races. Moreover, we will give your Imperial family a satisfactory compensation. Archangel 100 Droughts looked at them and spoke indifferently. That's right. Imperial family, we will temporarily borrow this venue. I hope everyone from the Imperial family can make an exception. We must kill this Dragon King today. We can't let him leave. The 7th Order Sovereign Water Phoenix of the Phoenix Race chimed in. Chapter 3779. The group of experts from the royal family felt a little helpless when they heard the words of the Angel Race and Phoenix Race. The group of experts looked at each other, and an old man in the middle shook his head. Buzz! The old man in the middle waved his hand, and a model of the trading corridor appeared in his hand. With a wave of his hand, waves of energy shrouded the model in his hand. Buzz! In the next instant, the entire trading corridor was enveloped by a wave of energy. An incomparably thick layer of yellow energy enveloped the huge trading corridor. However, only the Angel Race and Phoenix Race's space wasn't shrouded by the energy. This was one of the royal family's defensive measures. The energy has actually shrouded the entire trading corridor. Such a powerful defensive power should be able to withstand the attack of a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert. It should be able to withstand the attack of an 8th Order Sovereign Realm expert. A peak race is a peak race after all. No wonder the royal family said that this place is very safe. It is indeed very safe. When the surrounding experts and disciples saw the sudden appearance of the defensive measures, a trace of surprise appeared on their faces. At the same time, they heaved a sigh of relief. After all, the level of the battle between the Dragon King and the Angel Race was too high. If they were caught in the crossfire, they might die instantly. At this very moment, the 3rd prince and a group of powerful beings from the Angel Race were flying through the void. Suddenly, a message came. When the 3rd prince saw the message, his brows twitched slightly, and a look of surprise appeared in his eyes. This Dragon King of the Dragon Palace is really daring. He actually appeared in the trading corridor? The 3rd prince muttered to himself. He hesitated for a moment before sending out a message. Very quickly, he received another message. 3rd prince, if you don't rush over, I and the Phoenix Race will slaughter the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace. This was a message from Archangel 100 Drought. When he saw the confident message, he frowned slightly. He had a bad feeling about the Dragon King's brazen appearance at the trading corridor. However, when he sent out another message, Archangel 100 Drought did not reply immediately. At the trading corridor, after Archangel 100 Drought received the 3rd prince's reply, He immediately signaled to the Phoenix race experts opposite him. Buzz, buzz. Without the slightest hesitation, they unleashed a radiant sword. A water sword directly slashed towards the restaurant below. Dragon King of Dragon Palace, come out and die. Since you dare to come here, leave your corpse behind. Archangel 100 Drought roared with a sinister expression. Boom. 2 sharp swords landed in the restaurant, and the entire restaurant instantly exploded. Wang Xian sat there with the Tai Chi dragon plate wrapped around him and Lan Qingyue. He sat there quietly without moving. The 2 attacks landed on his body and were easily blocked by the Tai Chi dragon coil. At the same time, a powerful backlash attacked Archangel 100 Drought and the Water Phoenix. What? Archangel 100 Drought and the 7th Order Sovereign Realm Water Phoenix's expressions changed slightly. Their bodies shook, and a wave of energy resisted the power of the backlash. Their eyes instantly revealed a dignified look. It's that Dragon King. That's him. He can actually withstand a casual attack from our Archangel 100 Drought. He's indeed the Dragon King to be able to kill a 6th Order Sovereign so easily. The group of angels and phoenixes around them did not notice the backlash from Archangel 100 Drought as they fixed their eyes on a spot below. Over there, Wang Xian sat in front of a table with a lady opposite him. The Tai Chi dragon coil surrounded him, blocking the surrounding energy. Wang Xian lifted his head and swept his gaze across all the angels and phoenixes. A faint smile appeared on his face. Great, all of them are here. Over 2,000 angels and 3,000 phoenixes. This should be the most we can kill this time. Wang Xian spoke plainly. The trading corridor was a bustling place. All the disciples below the sovereign realm of the 2 pinnacle races were gathered here. There were quite a number of them. Arrogant Dragon King, today will be the day of your death. One of the 6th Order Sovereign Realm Phoenixes retorted coldly upon hearing Wang Xian's words. Is that so? Let's see who will die first. Wang Xian chuckled and looked at Lan Qingyue. Let me do some work and eliminate all of them. Lan Qingyue smiled and nodded her head. Wang Xian's voice disappeared as he appeared in the middle of the group of angels and phoenixes. Many experts from the angel race and phoenix race couldn't catch a clear glimpse of his terrifying speed. Archangel 100 Drought and the 7th Order Sovereign Water Phoenix narrowed their eyes when they saw this. The bad feeling in their hearts just now was getting stronger and stronger. Wang Xian stood there quietly and spun in a circle. One by one, dark ghost avatars appeared around him. Dark ghost avatars. These are the dark ghost avatars of our nether race. How strange. Did he obtain some treasures of our nether race? According to the records, there are experts from other races who have our dark ghost avatars. This Dragon King is very lucky. However, he doesn't know that he only has the dark ghost avatars of our nether race and the companion spirits of the elves. Isn't his luck a little too heaven-defying? Something's not right. Did you guys see the speed of the Dragon King? Not far away, a few hundred experts of the Netherworld clan looked over and started discussing among themselves. At this time, an expert from the Nether race asked in shock. Because of the dark ghost avatars, they had neglected the speed of the Dragon King. Also, why do I feel that the energy of the dark ghost avatars is much stronger than mine? A 6th Order Sovereign Realm expert from the Nether race roared in a low voice. His eyes were filled with disbelief. Could this be the strength of the Dragon King? Die! Wang Xian stared at them with a cold look on his face. The 4 dark ghost avatars around him transformed into their divine dragon forms and charged at the experts from the angel and phoenix clans. Dragon roars resounded as the 4 dark ghost avatars let out terrifying roars. The aura of a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert burst out in an instant. Archangel 100 Drought and the 7th Order Sovereign Water Phoenix race felt their hearts palpitating violently. Run, run, run. All experts from the angel race and phoenix race, run. They shouted at the top of their lungs. At this moment, they realized that the Dragon King's strength had already reached the 7th Order Sovereign Realm. Moreover, with his terrifying speed and the 4 dark ghost avatars, they were no match for him. Chapter 3780, What? How is this possible? What a terrifying aura. This? Seventh Order Sovereign. This Dragon King is a Seventh Order Sovereign. He has broken through to the Seventh Order Sovereign realm. At this moment, all the experts and disciples from the Phoenix and Angel clan could feel the terrifying aura from Wang Xian and Dark Ghost's doppelgangers. Their faces were filled with horror. Their Archangel 100 Drought's terrified voice, as well as the Seventh Order's Sovereign Realm Water Phoenix's voice, rang in their ears as well. At this moment, all the experts and disciples from the Phoenix and Angel clan felt their hearts racing. How could the Dragon King of Dragon Palace break through so quickly? All of them were filled with disbelief and horror. But it was still too slow for them to escape. All the experts and disciples of the Angel and Phoenix clans had surrounded Wang Xian tightly. They were very close. In their eyes, they had already surrounded the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. But what they did not know was that they were surrounded by the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. At such a close speed, the 4 Dark Ghost avatars spat out terrifying flames, directly engulfing all the experts and disciples of the Angel tribe. Angel Kingdom Domain. Fire Phoenix Nirvana Domain. Archangel 100 Drought and the Seventh Order Sovereign Water Phoenix's eyes narrowed as they unleashed their own domains. Swoosh. However, the moment they unleashed their domains, Wang Xian charged over. The domains that they had just unleashed were broken by Wang Xian. Scram. Archangel 100 Drought saw Wang Xian charging over and roared. With a wave of his arm, a huge angel army appeared behind him. At the same time, his own domain pressed towards Wang Xian. Wang Xian snorted coldly. The Tai Chi dragon disc around him spun as he charged towards the domain. Rip. The sound of the domain cracking could be heard. Archangel 100 Drought's eyes narrowed as his face was filled with horror. His domain was breached by someone of the same level? How could this be possible? Swoosh. Wang Xian flapped his unbeginning sacred wings and appeared before Archangel 100 Drought instantly. His arms turned into dragon claws and clawed at him. With Wang Xian's current strength, coupled with the unbeginning sacred wings and the Tai Chi dragon coil, he could definitely fight against 6 people alone. Unless an expert of the same level possessed an extremely terrifying treasure, they would not be a match for him. Archangel 100 Drought had his own trump card, and that was the Seventh Order Sovereign Realm Battle Angel in his army. However, this trump card was still a far cry from Wang Xian's. The dragon claw swiped at his body, and he hurriedly raised his arm to block. Boom. However, his defense did not withstand Wang Xian's attack. The impact of the dragon claw and the Tai Chi dragon coil immediately broke through his defense and grabbed him. The Tai Chi dragon plate began to revolve, crushing everything in its path as if it was crushing metal. Ah! Archangel 100 Drought screamed in pain as his body started to crumble. At the same time, his domain began to collapse. With one move, Archangel 100 Drought was instantly killed by him. He put away Archangel 100 Drought's corpse. With a wave of his arm, all the battle angels lost their masters and were put away by him. His gaze landed on the Seventh Order Sovereign Water Phoenix. It's your turn. Wang Xian moved and flapped his unbeginning sacred wings. He locked onto the Water Phoenix and charged towards his domain. Oh no, Archangel 100 Drought has been killed by the Dragon King. How is this possible? Archangel 100 Drought has been killed by the Dragon King. When Archangel 100 Drought's domain collapsed, the Sixth Order Sovereign Realm experts from the Angel clan could sense the disappearance of Archangel 100 Drought's aura. They widened their eyes and shouted in disbelief. How is this possible? With such strength, Archangel 100 Drought has been killed by the Dragon King in an instant. In just one move. How strong is the Dragon King? Eighth Order Sovereign? No, he hasn't reached that level yet. It's the Dragon King's trump card that is too terrifying. His speed and defense are terrifying. The surrounding experts from the royal family were the first to sense that Archangel 100 Drought had been killed by Wang Xian. Their bodies trembled as they exclaimed in shock. A Seventh Order Sovereign Realm Archangel from the Angel clan was killed in an instant? Is the Dragon King invincible now? How did he improve so quickly? Killing a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert in an instant. Such strength. In the long trading corridor, the remaining experts from the pinnacle races and the disciples from the high-level races were dumbfounded. They had never expected such a situation. Even if there were experts who thought highly of the Dragon King, they would at most assume that the Dragon King had a trump card since he dared to come. However, from the looks of it now, it wasn't just a trump card. The Dragon King was obviously here to slaughter the experts from the Angel Clan and Phoenix Clan. And to surround the Dragon King? The Dragon King was here to annihilate them. However, the strength that the Dragon King had displayed today, no one had expected it. Everyone knew that the Dragon King's strength was only enough to kill a 6th Order Sovereign Realm expert not long ago. How long had it been, and he had broken through again? It's too scary to provoke such an enemy. Some experts from the pinnacle races murmured. At this moment, the experts from the pinnacle races all felt that the Dragon King was extremely terrifying. Terrifying speed of improvement. Phoenix Nirvana. Water Phoenix Wings Kill. When the 7th Order Sovereign Water Phoenix saw Wang Xian charging towards him, his expression changed drastically. He immediately ignited his flames of life and attacked Wang Xian. The streams of water energy contained a faint blood-red color. Countless feathers condensed into a terrifying phoenix head. With its razor-sharp beak, it charged towards Wang Xian. Wang Xian snorted coldly. With a wave of his arm, a wave of energy enveloped the surroundings for defense. At the same time, the Tai Chi dragon plate spun. Boom! The energy bombarded his body, and the defense in front of him collapsed. The attack landed on the Tai Chi dragon plate. The Tai Chi dragon plate changed. The black and white pattern seemed to be made up of dragon scales. The attack landed on the plate and was completely blocked. At the same time, a wave of backlash hit the body of the water phoenix. The next moment, he spat out a mouthful of blood, and his body trembled violently. What kind of creepy weapon is this? The eyes of the 7th Order Sovereign Water Phoenix were filled with despair. Wang Xian flew over, and the dragon claw pierced through his body. The destructive energy surged into his body. The second 7th Order Sovereign was also killed in an instant. Chapter 3781. Dead, our Lord is dead. Our senior Tion was killed by the Dragon King. It's over, it's over. When the 7th Order Sovereign Realm Water Phoenix was killed by the Dragon King, all the experts and disciples of the Phoenix clan collapsed. All of them trembled as they watched this scene. It's over. They were doomed. He was going to be killed by the Dragon King. Archangel 100 Drought, their Phoenix Senior, had been instantly killed by the Dragon King. Then what could they use to resist? Hurry, hurry, enter the teleportation formation. Royal family, open up your defenses. A 6th Order Sovereign Realm Angel roared at the expert from the royal family. In the trading corridor, there was a teleportation formation that could be used for teleportation. The teleportation array might be their only chance to escape. What the hell? When the experts of the royal family heard the words of this Angel Clan expert, their faces darkened. Fuck, am I dreaming? Was the Dragon King of Dragon Palace so fierce now? Then, we'll open up the defenses and help you escape. Wouldn't that mean becoming enemies with the Dragon Palace and the Dragon King? Was that even possible? Even if they were confident that they could kill the Dragon King with the defenses here, they would not be able to do so. Only a fool would do such a thing. The Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan, our royal family will not get involved in the dispute between you and the Dragon Palace. It's good enough that our royal family did not say anything when you started a fight in our territory. Do you want us to offend the Dragon King of Dragon Palace? An expert from the royal family said directly. At the same time, he was also sending a message to Wang Xian. They did not want to be enemies with the Dragon Palace. What happened just now was something that couldn't be helped. When the Angel Clan powerhouse heard this, his expression changed drastically. I came here this time to annihilate all of you. I won't let you go, so don't even think about escaping. Wang Xian stared at them and spoke coldly. The two 7th Order Sovereign Realm Angels and Phoenixes had already been killed by Huang Xiaolong. As for the remaining 6th Order Sovereigns, the 4 Nether Ghost Avatars were more than enough. No matter how many experts the Angel race and Phoenix race had, their realms were still suppressed. They could only fend off 2 experts at most if they joined forces. In the face of the attacks of the 4 Dark Ghost Avatars, he had no way of fighting back. Wang Xian moved and came to the opposite of Lan Qingyue. He sat there with a smile. Lan Qingyue smiled at him. Wang Xian took a sip of tea and quietly watched the battle at the side. This is a one-sided massacre. The gap is too big. The current Dragon King is too terrifying. The Dragon King actually went back to his original seat and drank his tea. This is completely disrespecting the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan. Ever since the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan became enemies with the Dragon King, they have suffered great losses. I heard that the 3rd royal ancestor of the Radiant Angel Clan and the Aqua Phoenix of the Phoenix Clan have been trying to kill the Dragon King and destroy the Dragon Palace for some reason. I wonder what they are feeling now. Everyone who saw this scene was discussing in shock. This battle was too shocking for them. After this battle, all the top clans would no longer look down on the Dragon Palace. At least in the Starry Sky universe, the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace was no longer afraid of any of the top clans. The Dragon King could kill the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan alone. One could imagine that if the Dragon King were to face a top clan, it would be even more of a headache for them. Blood-curdling screams rang out continuously as the experts of the Angel race and Phoenix race were being slaughtered rapidly. Eventually, the screams disappeared completely. Only an angel and a phoenix were left floating in the void. They were only at the Venerable Realm. At this moment, their faces were filled with fear and despair. Seeing that the Dragon King did not kill them, they were shocked and at a loss. Go back and tell the experts from the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan to send me the heads of the 3rd Prince of the Radiant Angel Clan and the Aqua Phoenix. Then all the grudges will end. Otherwise, I will annihilate all the experts and disciples who have entered the Starry Sky universe. Wang Xian said coldly to the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan. Upon hearing this, the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan trembled. They nodded in horror and fled to the distance as if they had just survived a disaster. Time to run. They had never expected that they would be able to return alive. This was the protection of the 9-source universe. The Dragon King's words are so domineering. Ask the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan to send the heads of the 3rd Prince and the Aqua Phoenix over? Wow, the Dragon King's words are so cool. The Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan will never send the heads of the 3rd Prince and the Aqua Phoenix over. The Dragon King is going to fight them to the end. In the Starry Sky universe, the 8th Order Sovereigns can't come over. Given the strength that the Dragon King has displayed, the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan are going to suffer. The Dragon King's growth is too fast. Could it be that the Dragon King has obtained all the inheritances of the Divine Dragon Clan? That's possible. All the experts and disciples from the top clans and the high-level clans were shocked. The Dragon King's words were too vicious. At the same time, it was a declaration of war against the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan. He was going to banish them from the Starry Sky universe. This time, the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan are really going to suffer. Some of the 7th Order Sovereigns in the surroundings thought to themselves. They looked at the Dragon King who was sitting there and knew that they would also be killed in a second if they were to face the Dragon King. The Dragon King's foundation was too deep. The news from the trading corridor spread through the communication stone plate at a terrifying speed. Moreover, the news that the Dragon King of Dragon Palace had come to the trading corridor had already caused a huge uproar before the war broke out. At this time, the news caused all the disciples of the 9 Essences Cosmos to be in an uproar, including the pinnacle races. How is this possible? The Dragon King has the strength to instantly kill a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert? The Dragon King killed over 5,000 disciples of the Angel Clan and the Phoenix Clan. Hiss, this isn't a joke, right? Really? All the disciples and powerhouses were asking in shock through the communication stone plate. The experts of the major races also sent messages to the experts and disciples in the trading corridor to ask if this news was true. After receiving confirmation, all the disciples took a deep breath. It was so terrifying. It was truly terrifying. In the Starry Sky universe, the Dragon Palace already has the strength to contend with the peak races. This was the evaluation of a peak races expert. Chapter 3782. Who? Somewhere in the universe, a group of more than a dozen figures stopped and floated in the void. The leader's breathing quickened, and a sinister expression appeared on his face. His body trembled slightly, and killing intent surged out from his body. Dragon Palace's Dragon King, I want you dead. He raised his head and roared in anger. In the surrounding area, a group of Angel Clan experts looked at him coldly. They had naturally received the message on the communication stone plate. The Dragon King of the Dragon Palace had single-handedly killed 2 7th-order sovereigns. Moreover, he had 4 Dark Ghost avatars. The Angel Clan also knows that the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace possesses a resurrection treasure. Not to mention the resurrection treasures, just the Dragon Palace's current strength was enough to make it difficult for them to kill him. Unless they surrounded the Dragon Palace's Dragon King. Otherwise, how were they going to kill him? According to the information from the trading corridor, the Dragon King had killed 2 7th-order sovereigns without relying on the Dark Ghost avatars. That meant that he could fight against 4 existences of the same level. With the addition of the Dark Ghost avatars, he could fight against 8 existences of the same level. On top of that, his speed was comparable to an 8th-order sovereign. How were they going to kill him? In order to eliminate the Dragon King this time, they had indeed obtained some powerful trump cards. This trump card was enough to kill an 8th-order sovereign. However, there was a prerequisite. They had to find the Dragon King and lock onto him. Based on the Dragon King's current speed, unless the Dragon King came looking for trouble, or they found the Dragon King would not run away to fight them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to kill him. All of this was because of the third prince. The angel race's losses at the Dragon King's hands were terrifying enough. This time, they had lost several thousand experts and disciples. According to the Dragon King, if they did not send the third prince's head over, he would continue to kill. If the Dragon King wanted to kill their ordinary experts and disciples, how could the angel race resist? Even if the angel race had sovereign realm experts, did they have to move in groups of 7 or 8? The Angel Clan's experts were somewhat helpless, deeply helpless. The Dragon King's growth was too fast. At the same time, the third prince understood his current situation. He also understood the current situation. He felt equally powerless. He didn't expect that things would come to this. If he failed to deal with the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace, he would have to bear all the consequences. He might even become a mindless battle angel. His body was trembling. At the same time, the Green River Aqua Phoenix was completely silent when she heard the news. What I've gained this time should be enough for Xiaolan, Xiao Zhai, and the others to break through again. Moreover, it should be enough for the 8 million disciples of Dragon Palace to reach the peak of the Venerable Realm. At the trading corridor, Wang Xian finished his tea and calculated in his heart. 3 7th-order sovereign realm corpses were more than enough to boost White E's strength. After all, Xiaolan's current cultivation was merely at the 5th-order sovereign realm. After devouring the corpses of 7th-order sovereigns and a bunch of 6th-order sovereigns, breaking through to the 6th-order sovereign realm wouldn't be a problem. Once they advanced to the 6th-order sovereign realm, only 9th-order sovereigns from the 9 Origins universe would be able to contend against them. Should I wait for a few thousand years, or should I continue? Wang Xian's eyes sparkled. Right now, he was the only one displaying his strength. Qingyue and the rest had yet to make a move. Qingyue and the rest could contend against 8th-order sovereigns from the 9 Origins universe. I really don't believe that the angel race has the strength to defeat 2 8th-order sovereigns. Wang Xian muttered to himself. He had an idea. And that was to continue. There might be some risk in continuing, but Wang Xian felt that it wouldn't be a problem. Powerful treasures could indeed allow them to fight beyond their realm. However, such treasures were definitely not something that an expert could use. Just like the Aurora domain, the defensive barrier around the angel race's territory that had to be set up in advance. Similarly, the angel race's angel adjudication array on the storm mainland also had to be set up in advance. Moreover, when it was used, it required multiple experts to control it. After all, they were fighting an entire realm above them. The grade of the treasure had to be very, very high. Unless they had a heavenly origin fortune grade treasure. But that was obviously impossible. In other words, if Wang Xian continued to fight the angel race's experts, his success rate could reach 80%. Now was the time when the angel race and phoenix race were furious. However, Wang Xian couldn't afford to be careless. Wang Xian took out the communication stone plate, smirked, and sent out a message. Rascals from the angel race and phoenix race, I'll be waiting for you in the trading corridor for 3 years. Come over within 3 years, and I'll continue playing with you. After 3 years, I'll uproot the angel race and phoenix race one by one. After sending the message, Wang Xian couldn't help but laugh. Give them 3 years to provoke the angel race and phoenix race and see if they would send experts over. At the same time, it was also a guarantee for himself. Even if there was a teleportation array in the middle, it would still take Wang Xian 5 to 6 years to reach the passage from the trading corridor. In other words, this could prevent the angel race from sending a large number of experts over. If the experts here couldn't come over, the third prince, Xinjiang's Aqua Phoenix, and the rest from the starry cosmos would at most be able to rush over. If they came over, it would be a good time to kill them. After getting rid of them, he would bring Xiao Zhao, Xiao Lan, and the rest to level up. When he returned, he would wipe out the entire angel race and phoenix race. Qingyue will stay here for another 3 years. If they send experts over in 3 years, we might need your help. If they don't send any experts over, we'll leave. Wang Xian said to Lan Qingyue. Sure. I haven't made a move since I broke through. I don't even know how strong I am. Lan Qingyue nodded her head in excitement. The ancient god Kuan Breeder was a terrifying and powerful legacy. Lan Qingyue was the only successor of the ancient god Kuan Breeder. In the past, the ancient god Kuan Breeder was annihilated by the Phoenix race, Divine Dragon race, and Divine Tiger race. This was because this terrifying existence mainly fed on divine dragons, phoenixes, and divine tigers. This was the reason why they were annihilated, and also the reason why they were so powerful. Ordinary 8th Order sovereigns in the 9-source universe might not be a match for Lan Qingyue and the rest. Therefore, Lan Qingyue and the 3 Kuan race might not be able to handle 4 8th Order sovereigns. It might be 5, or even 6. Chapter 3783. Speaking of which, Wang Xian also wanted to witness the strength of Lan Qingyue and Xiaolan. He could give it a try this time. Of course, he wasn't sure if the Angels and Phoenix race would send more experts over. If they did, then it would be perfect. If they didn't, he wouldn't lose anything. Look at the communication stone plate. The Dragon King sent a message saying that he will wait for the experts of the Angels and Phoenix race at the trading corridor for 3 years. Is this a provocation? Dragon King, I'll give you 3 years at the trading corridor. Hurry up and send someone to kill me. Otherwise, you won't have another chance in the future. Can I understand it this way? SSS, he's looking down on the Angels and Phoenix race. Will they send experts over? Unless a 9th Order Sovereign Realm expert flies over from the 9 Origins cosmos, they won't be able to make it in time. However, the moment a 9th Order Sovereign Realm expert steps into the 9 Origins cosmos, the powerful giant space beasts in the 9 Origins cosmos will sense their presence and come to destroy them. Therefore, only the 3rd Prince and the Green River Aquatic Phoenix can make it in time. This is obviously targeted at the 3rd Prince and Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix. The 3rd Prince and Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix have many experts with them, and they are here to hunt down the Dragon King. Could it be that the Dragon King still has a trump card? It can't be. If the Dragon King still has a trump card, that would be too terrifying. This should be a provocation to the 3rd Prince and Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix. The Dragon King is too ferocious. He's going to fight them head-on. When Wang Xian sent out this message, the entire communication stone plate was in an uproar. The Dragon Palace is not leaving after killing the experts of the Angels and Phoenix race? This is a blatant provocation. And he wants to play in the trading corridor for 3 years? Isn't this too cheeky? Does he still have a trump card, or is he just toying with the 2 peak races? But no matter which one it is, the Dragon King's action is very impressive. This is? Is he going to fight the peak races head-on to test his limits? To see the strength of the peak races? In the trading corridor, the experts from the royal family were dumbfounded when they heard the news. 3 years. 3 years. Many experts of the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan in the starry sky could still make it here. Especially the 3rd prince and the Xinjiang water phoenix, they should be on their way. They looked at the figure in astonishment, not understanding what the Dragon King was going to do. However, his actions were undoubtedly a display of confidence. Unsheathing my abilities. A peak 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert from a peak sovereign race commented indifferently. He was showing off his abilities. At the same time, the 3rd prince also saw the message. When he saw it, his body trembled again. His eyes were filled with madness and violent murderous intent. Good. That Dragon King actually dared to wait for us at the trading corridor. He was so arrogant to wait for us there. This time I must kill him. I must. The 3rd prince roared like a madman. The current Dragon Palace's Dragon King had become his inner demon. He had to be destroyed. He had to. When the surrounding Angel clan experts saw this news, some of them frowned slightly. This Dragon King actually dared to wait for us at the trading corridor. Does he have some trump card? Is he plotting something? We shouldn't go there rashly. One of the Dark Angels frowned and said, he had a bad feeling about this. Was the Dragon King that easy to kill? Was the Dragon King that stupid? He must have some trump card and something he could rely on. Go there rashly? Now that the Dragon King is there, it's our only chance. If we don't go there this time, we won't stand a chance. We have to go there and kill the Dragon King as soon as possible. The 3rd prince roared crazily. Contact the Phoenix clan. If we are going there, we have to join forces with the Phoenix clan. Otherwise, it'll be hard to kill the Dragon King. A Radiance Angel looked at the 3rd prince and said, of course, the Phoenix clan's Xinjiang water phoenix has the treasures of the Phoenix clan. She can kill an 8th Order sovereign with her treasures. We have them too. The 3rd prince did not lose his mind. He wanted to kill the Dragon King of Dragon Palace more than anyone else. However, he also knew that the Dragon King wasn't that easy to kill. As long as he joined forces with the Xinjiang water phoenix, he was 90% confident. Even if he couldn't kill the Dragon King, as long as he brought his corpse back, his father would have a way to kill the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. Moreover, he knew that this was the last chance to kill the Dragon King. If he couldn't kill the Dragon King this time, he would be finished. Initially, he thought that he didn't have a chance. However, the Dragon King had given him one last chance. He had to seize it. Let's go. He let out a low roar and continued to fly towards the trading corridor. At the same time, he sent the news to the Xinjiang water phoenix. The Xinjiang water phoenix. She also led the experts and flew towards the trading corridor. They were flying at top speed, afraid that the Dragon King of Dragon Palace would leave. Naturally, Wang Xian didn't leave. After the battle, the experts of the royal family removed their defenses. This led him and Lan Qingyue to wander around the area. Although he had displayed his powerful strength this time, no top-notch races came forward to express their goodwill. After all, the war between the Dragon Palace, the Phoenix race, and the Angel race had yet to end. Moreover, the Angel race and the Phoenix race were too strong. Although they had suffered a great loss, they weren't foolish enough to befriend the Dragon King and offend the 2 top-notch races. Wang Xian didn't care. However, they would be shocked by the strength of the Dragon Palace soon. Wang Xian and Lan Qingyue settled down in the trading corridor for a short period of time. They wandered around the area leisurely and traded for some interesting items. This also caused the communication stone plate to be filled with information about Wang Xian and the rest. What the Dragon King did today, which shop he went to. All these were discussed enthusiastically by the experts and disciples. As for Wang Xian's reputation, it was also rising at a terrifying speed. Back when the Phoenix race killed the Heavenfire progenitor, Wang Xian had shown his strength for the first time and attracted a large number of supporters. As Wang Xian's strength grew stronger, the number of supporters also increased. In fact, many disciples of the high-level races were cheering for the Dragon King to drag the Angel race and the Phoenix race down from the ranks of the top-notch races, waiting for the Dragon King to annihilate them completely. Sometimes, Wang Xian would smile faintly when he saw them. Of course, no one believed their words. Even the experts and disciples of the high-level races who said those words didn't believe their own words. They were just joking. However, Wang Xian believed them. He would. Chapter 3784. Time passed, and 1 to 2 years passed in a blink of an eye. In the past 2 years, the trading corridor had become more and more lively. Experts and disciples who were not far from the trading corridor were rushing over. Not for anything else, but to see the Dragon King. In addition, they were also curious if the experts from the Angel race and Phoenix race would rush over within 3 years. If they did, a huge battle would break out. They wanted to see how strong the Dragon King's trump card was. Similarly, they wanted to see the battle between the top experts from the top races. Many experts and disciples from the top races rushed over. Similarly, the experts and disciples from the other top races also rushed over. Among them, there were many seventh-order sovereigns. However, no experts from the Angel race or the Phoenix race came over. They did not dare to come over as they would definitely be killed by the Dragon King. Who would dare to come? 2 years have passed. Why aren't the experts from the Angel race and the Phoenix race here yet? Are they really intimidated by the Dragon King? That's possible. After all, the Dragon King must have something else to rely on since he dared to wait for them for 3 years. They might not be 100% confident in dealing with the Dragon King. If they don't make a move now, they can forget about killing the Dragon King in the future. Moreover, given the speed of the Dragon King's growth, the Angel race and the Phoenix race will face the most terrifying enemy in the future. After this, if the Angel race and the Phoenix race can't get rid of the Dragon King, the Dragon Palace will definitely rise. Many experts and disciples were discussing this matter in the communication stone plate every day. Everyone was looking forward to the outbreak of a huge battle. Xiao Xian, the number of seventh-order sovereigns in this trading corridor has reached close to 20. Lan Qingyue and Wang Xian were having a leisurely meal at a corner of the trading corridor. The entire trading corridor was beautiful. It would take a few years to walk through it. They were enjoying themselves here. Lan Qingyue could fight against 8th-order sovereigns in the Starry Universe. Therefore, she could sense the arrival of any 7th-order sovereigns. I wonder if the experts from the Angel race and the Phoenix race will come. There's still half a year. Wang Xian nodded and revealed a smile. I think they will still come. Even if they come early, they might be making some arrangements. Lan Qingyue pondered. Set up? When the time comes, we'll fight them here. If they really have some extremely powerful treasure, we'll just slip away. Wang Xian smiled. He was not a stupid person. Once he realized that the situation was not right, he would immediately leave. In any case, the resources he had on hand were more than enough for Xiaolan and the others to improve. He refused to believe that the Angel race and Phoenix race's trump cards would be enough to deal with a 9th-order sovereign. Don't underestimate my strength. Lan Qingyue smiled. The two of them joked and laughed. At the same time, at a location roughly a month's journey away from the trade corridor's ruler-level experts, the third prince and the rest of the Angel clan's experts floated there quietly. They waited there in silence. They were waiting for the experts of the Phoenix clan. Given their strength, they knew that the chances of them killing the Dragon King were slim. If the Dragon King was bent on escaping, there was a high chance that he would be able to escape. Whoosh! A few days later, the sound of flapping wings could be heard from afar. The third prince opened his eyes and looked behind him. His eyes shone brightly. Green River Aqua Phoenix, you're finally here. The third prince stared at her and said, I'm here. Show me all your trump cards. Don't hold anything back. The Green River Aqua Phoenix said directly. This time, they would not hold anything back. All right, I have 25 7th Order Sovereigns here. My biggest trump card is the Archangel's Secret Words. The third prince took out his trump card directly. It was a book, a very special book. There were pictures drawn on the book. There was a radiant sword, a radiant shield, a radiant spear, and a radiant cross. There were more than a dozen of them. The Archangel's Secret Words has 13 attacks and 1 defense. It requires 13 7th Order Sovereigns to control it. Each attack is comparable to an 8th Order Sovereign's strongest attack. If they use it consecutively, they can injure an 8th Order Sovereign. With our help, we can even kill them. Of course, this might require a long battle. The third prince said, All right, I have a phoenix totem here that contains a large amount of phoenix blood essence. With the help of the phoenix totem, I and a 7th Order Sovereign Realm Phoenix can erupt with the battle power of an 8th Order Sovereign Realm Expert. It's more than enough to kill an 8th Order Sovereign Realm Expert. The Green River Aqua Phoenix's eyes shone brightly as she spoke. The Starry Sky universe was different from the 9 Origins universe. In the 9 Origins universe, 3 people were needed to kill an existence of the same realm. In the 9 Origins universe, they could escape to their cosmos divine kingdom at any time. Thus, 3 people were needed to tie down the enemy and prevent them from escaping. However, it was different in the Starry Sky universe. In a battle of the same realm, one could not escape instantly. If the battle continued, 1-on-1, life and death could be decided. If it was 2 against 1, they would be able to kill it. Thus, they did not need the strength of the 9 Origins universe. This was good news for the third prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix. Good. A smile appeared on the third prince's face. His gaze swept across the Green River Aqua Phoenix. Other than her, there were 12 other phoenixes. Every single one of them was a 7th Order Sovereign. With our strength, we can kill that Dragon King. What we need to do now is to prevent him from escaping. The Green River Aqua Phoenix said. Then we need to think of a way to prevent him from escaping. The third prince furrowed his brows. I have a treasure here that can trap the Dragon King for a while. However, it won't last for long. The Green River Aqua Phoenix said. How long? The third prince's eyes lit up as he asked. 1 minute at most. The Green River Aqua Phoenix replied. 1 minute is enough. If you can trap him for a minute, I have a grand formation here. Give me 1 minute, and I will be able to trap him completely. The third prince gritted his teeth as his eyes lit up. Chapter 3785. Time was getting closer to the deadline of 3 years. Wang Xian's life was the same as before. He didn't care if the experts from the angel race and phoenix race would come or not. He lived a leisurely life every day. They're here. On this day, Wang Xian and Lan Qingyue were enjoying the scenery by a lake in the long trading corridor. Lan Qingyue suddenly spoke. Oh, they're finally here. Wang Xian wasn't as strong as Lan Qingyue, so he didn't sense it. How strong are they? He opened his mouth and asked. Xiao Xian, all of them are 7th Order Sovereigns. There's a total of 28 of them. Lan Qingyue answered. 28? Including the battle angels, there should be over 30 of them. Wang Xian murmured. At this time, he also sensed a terrifying aura flying towards him. Looking over, one figure after another slowly appeared. Angels. Phoenixes. They flew over from all directions as though they were afraid Wang Xian would escape. They were extremely confident. Wang Xian's eyes lit up when he saw them. Buzz. Buzz. At this time, streams of energy rose from the long trading corridor. Thick, khaki-colored energy enveloped the entire long trading corridor. Dragon King, if there's a war, please go to the sky. A voice rang in the air. All the experts and disciples in the long trading corridor could hear it clearly. Don't worry. Wang Xian replied with a smile when he heard the voice of the royal clan. His body moved and he flew out directly. They're here. They're here. The experts from the Phoenix race and Angel race are here. The Phoenix race and Angel race aren't willing to give up this opportunity. They're really here. Look, they're all 7th Order sovereigns. They've surrounded the entire area. My heavens! 28 7th Order Sovereign Realm experts. There's a total of 28 of them. Did the Angel clan and Phoenix clan summon all the experts in the universe? The war is about to begin. Based on the strength that the Dragon King has displayed, he's no match for them. However, the Dragon King seems to be very relaxed. Does he still have any trump cards? What a terrifying aura. If a war breaks out, will the defense of the royal family be able to withstand it? When everyone heard the voice of the imperial family's powerhouse, everyone's faces were filled with shock. They quickly raised their heads and looked at the sky. At this moment, the experts of the other peak races in the trading corridor all flew up and watched from below. All of them were filled with anticipation and excitement. It had been more than 20 billion years since a battle between experts of this level had taken place. Over 20 billion years. What a long period of time. Now, a terrifying war was about to break out. The Angel race and Phoenix race have 28 7th Order sovereigns. They definitely have some powerful trump cards up their sleeves. I don't think the Dragon King is a match for them. On the Elf race's side, a 7th Order Sovereign Realm Great Elf's eyes flickered as he spoke. If the Dragon King can face them head-on and survive, the strength of the Dragon Palace's Dragon King will be too terrifying. An expert from the Skeleton Clan who was not far away shouted loudly. It was as though he was replying to the words of a great elf from the elf race. Indeed, if the Dragon King can withstand it, we will have to reconsider our relationship with the Dragon Palace. An expert from the Divine Tiger race's side spoke indifferently. I feel that the Dragon King is trying to toy with the two peak races. If the Dragon King can withstand it, then the other peak race's development of over 20 billion years will be rubbish. On the Nether race's side, a 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert spoke. You can't say that. The reason why the Dragon King's strength can rise so quickly is because of the Divine Dragon race's foundation and the Water Dragon King's inheritance. An expert from the Celestial Nation shook his head. In any case, it's going to be interesting. The Dragon King has definitely inherited the Water Divine Dragon King's inheritance, including the 5 Elements Dragon Kings and the Light and Dark Dragon King's inheritance. The Angel race and Phoenix race will definitely inherit it. An expert from the Sage bloodline chuckled. The 7th Order Sovereign Realm experts from the various peak races started chatting in the trading corridor. They were expressing their opinions. At the same time, their conversation represented the opinions of the majority of the experts and disciples. At the same time, news of this spread like wildfire to the communication stone plate. Which one of you is the third prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix? Come out and let me see which two of you have been trying to destroy me. Wang Xian hovered above the trading corridor and swept his gaze across the surroundings as he asked casually. I was careless and allowed an ant to grow to this stage. But today, I'm going to destroy this ant completely. The third prince stared at Wang Xian and said coldly, I'm an ant. Interesting. This must be the third prince of the Radiance Angel race. Since you said I'm an ant, let's have a duel. Let's see if it's a piece of trash that's arrogant and conceited, or a piece of trash that's borrowing the strength of his race. Ha! Wang Xian looked at the third prince and couldn't help but burst into laughter. How arrogant! At this stage, he still dared to call me an ant. He's probably a retard. When the experts from peak races heard the third prince's words, they couldn't help but shake their heads. At this stage, he's still acting tough? Doesn't he know what he's doing? Look at himself. Look at how far the angels have been forced. When the third prince heard Wang Xian, his expression darkened instantly. Which one is the Green River Aqua Phoenix? Let me see. Speaking of which, the third prince might be trying to kill me because of his lackey. What about you, Green River Aqua Phoenix? I'm curious. Why have you been trying to kill me? Can you tell me? Wang Xian swept his gaze across the group of phoenixes and continued asking with a smile. I naturally have my own plans to kill you. The Green River Aqua Phoenix stared at Wang Xian and answered coldly. This was a cold and beautiful Aqua Phoenix. Consider it as a reason. I have another question. Before the leader of the ancestral dragon lineage died, he warned the divine dragon lineage to be careful of phoenixes. What's the reason? Wang Xian asked another question. It was as though the battle before him wasn't a huge battle, but an answer to his doubts. Because the divine dragon island is currently occupied by the phoenixes. As for the leader of the ancestral dragon lineage, I'm not bothered. The Green River Aqua Phoenix answered without hiding anything. I see. Wang Xian nodded his head with a satisfied look on his face. He was done with his questions. Chapter 3786, Divine Dragon Island, the old nest of the divine dragon race. Every peak-level race occupied a powerful grotto heaven and blessed land. Within the divine dragon island of the divine dragon race, there was naturally a blessed land that even pinnacle races coveted. After the extinction of the divine dragon race, it was normal for it to be occupied by the phoenix race. Wang Xian had finished asking all the questions in his mind. Next, it was time for him to reap the rewards. He squinted his eyes and swept his gaze across all the experts and disciples from the angel race and phoenix race. All right, I'm done with my questions. Come on, let me witness the strength of the phoenix race and the angel race. Let's see if you can keep me here today. Wang Xian stretched his body and spoke to them with a beaming face. Full force. Qingjiang Aqua Phoenix roared. Without any hesitation, he waved his arm and a phoenix totem rose into the sky. On this totem, there was a daunting amount of phoenix essence blood. The surging essence blood was enough to shock all the experts. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Beside Qingjiang Aqua Phoenix, the two Aqua Phoenixes roared and flew towards the phoenix totem. As they flew above the totem, the auras on their bodies rose rapidly. This rising state was even more horrifying than life ignition. Waves of horrifying energy surged towards the surroundings. Archangel's secret language. Without any hesitation, the third prince took out his strongest trump card. With a wave of his arm, the Archangel's secret language book flew into the sky. Pages after pages of terrifying weapons slowly materialized in the void of space. The horrifying radiant weapon was aimed at Wang Xian. The third prince stared at Wang Xian with cold and sinister eyes. Dragon King of Dragon Palace, you are too arrogant. How dare you disregard us like this? You will die here today. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Qingjiang Aqua Phoenix waved his arm again and a pair of Aqua Phoenix wings appeared and surrounded the surroundings. A special energy sealed off the entire void. Wang Yun instantly felt a strong suppressive force. This suppressive force made him feel as though he had been trapped in this space. Aqua space. Qingjiang Aqua Phoenix bellowed. Ha, the great. When the third prince saw this, his eyes lit up with excitement. He waved his arm. 5 battle angels flew out from the storage dimension. Every battle angel had the strength of a 7th order sovereign. The 5 battle angels were holding their own hearts in their hands. Following which, the transparent white heart shot out beams of light towards Wang Xian. Instantly, Wang Xian had a strange feeling. It was a feeling of being completely locked on. Bam, bam, bam. When this feeling appeared, the 5 battle angels slowly began to collapse, and the terrifying power of light poured into the light hearts. The radiant heart flew in all directions, completely sealing off the space around it. In an instant, the Green River Aqua Phoenix and the third prince took out all their trump cards. They revealed all of their trump cards. All for the sake of killing Wang Xian. This was especially true for the third prince. He had sacrificed 5 7th Order Sovereign Realm Battle Angels to seal this space. It could be said that he had paid a huge price. Haha, Dragon King of Dragon Palace, let's see how you're going to escape this time. I have sacrificed 5 battle angels. Even if you have treasures that allow you to escape, don't even think about escaping. The third prince revealed an excited and hideous laugh as he stared at him and roared. This time, they could finally kill the Dragon King. As long as they brought back the corpse of the Dragon King, they had a way to kill his resurrected body through the corpse. In other words, the Dragon King of Dragon Palace would definitely die. The hatred in his heart was finally resolved. The Dragon Palace would not be able to do anything now. At this moment, all the experts and disciples from the various pinnacle and advanced races were dumbfounded when they saw this scene. Their faces were filled with shock. I can feel unparalleled strength from the two phoenixes. This is the strength of an 8th order sovereign. Even if it's temporary, it's definitely terrifying. I can't believe the Phoenix race actually brought out such a trump card. Doesn't this mean that the Dragon King of Dragon Palace is going to deal with 2 8th order sovereigns? Not only that, there's also the weapons condensed from the Angel Race's book. Every single one of those weapons contains enough energy to severely injure or even kill a 7th order sovereign. They actually revealed all their trump cards in an instant. This is the trump card of the Angel Race and Phoenix Race? This is too terrifying. Isn't the Dragon King a little too careless? The third prince of the Angel Race sacrificed 5 7th order sovereigns to form a trap formation. He's trying to kill the Dragon King. This is too ruthless. This is a barrier formed by 5 7th order sovereigns. The Dragon King won't be able to escape. The Dragon King is still too careless. No, it should be said that the Green River Phoenix and the third prince are too crazy. The Angel Race and Phoenix Race's killing intent is too strong. The experts from the various peak races watched on in shock. Especially the third prince's method of sacrificing 5 7th order sovereigns. This was too ruthless. How was the Dragon King going to stop them? The Dragon King is in deep trouble. How is the Dragon King going to stop them? That's right. How is he going to stop them? This force is too strong. It's over. The Dragon King is too careless this time. He doesn't even have the chance to escape. Based on the methods of the Angel Race and Phoenix Race, as long as they get the Dragon King's corpse, even if it's a resurrected body, they should be able to annihilate him completely, right? The experts and disciples of the high-level races widened their eyes. This was the foundation of the peak races. This was the terror of the pinnacle races. This was the Angel Race and Phoenix Race. They had to admit that the high-level races could only look up to such a foundation and strength. It would be difficult to surpass them, even if they obtained great opportunities in the Starry Sky universe. Heh, are you going to reveal all your trump cards? Really strong. It seems like you guys hate me very much and want to make me stay here forever. Wang Xian swept his gaze across and squinted his eyes. His eyes were filled with shock. Haha, Dragon King, you're dead. The third prince stared at Wang Xian and roared with a hideous face. This time, the Dragon King can forget about escaping. You guys are indeed strong. I'm no match for you guys, and you guys can indeed kill me. Wang Xian looked at them and spoke with a smile on his face. I'm no match for you guys. Therefore, I can only let my wife do it. Chapter 3787. I'm no match for you guys. Therefore, I can only let my wife do it. Wang Xian's leisurely voice was heard. As he spoke, he looked at Lan Qingyue with a smile. The third prince, Qingjiang, Water Phoenix, and the rest were taken aback when they heard Wang Xian. They looked at Wang Xian with astonishment. Facing their trump cards and strength, the Dragon King of Dragon Palace could still talk so casually? How could he be so calm? What trump card does he have? Also, he asked his wife to do it? They looked at Lan Qingyue with bewilderment in their eyes. Could the Dragon King really have a trump card? The Dragon King still has a trump card? The Dragon King can still smile when facing the terrifying trump cards and lineup of the Angel and Phoenix clan. What other trump cards does he have? Asking his wife to do it? What's going on? I'm no match for you guys. Therefore, I can only ask my wife to do it? That lady doesn't look that strong. Isn't that the Dragon Queen of Dragon Palace? I know about her. There are many Dragon Queens in Dragon Palace. They have all appeared on important occasions in Dragon Palace. I've seen her before. She's one of them. The surrounding experts and disciples of the high-level races looked at Wang Xian in shock. How could he be so calm under such circumstances? Moreover, someone recognized Lan Qingyue. Lan Qingyue and the rest from the Dragon Palace would also be present on important occasions in the Dragon Palace when some high-level races came to visit the Dragon Palace. Some experts from the high-level races recognized Lan Qingyue. The experts from the top-notch races were shocked when they heard Wang Xian. They immediately looked at Lan Qingyue, the Dragon Queen of Dragon Palace, the wife of the Dragon King. The biggest trump card of the Dragon King? They couldn't believe it. Could there be someone stronger than the Dragon King in Dragon Palace? One should know that the Dragon King of Dragon Palace must have obtained the strongest legacy of the divine dragon tribe. How could there be someone stronger than him in Dragon Palace? Lan Qingyue smiled when she saw Wang Xian looking at her. She took a step forward, swept her gaze across the experts from the Angel and Phoenix clan, and lifted her head slightly. Let me introduce myself. Dragon Queen of Dragon Palace. Lan Qingyue said slowly. When the experts from the Phoenix clan and the Angel clan saw Lan Qingyue, who was calm and even a little arrogant, they suddenly had a bad premonition. The last inheritor of the ancient god Kuan breeder. Lan Qingyue. Another 2 sentences came out of her mouth. At the same time, a grayish energy surged from her body. This energy was strange, but it contained great terror. Xiaolan. Otaku. Little White. She continued speaking with a smile on her face and gently waved her arms to the left, right and front. Buzz buzz buzz. In the next moment, under everyone's shocked gazes, 3 figures appeared in the air above the trading corridor. 3 terrifying black holes appeared out of thin air around the encirclement of the angels and phoenixes. A sudden black hole. Incomparably deep. Woo woo woo. Woo woo. Woo woo woo. In the next second, a series of roars came from the black hole. The roar was distant, desolate, and ancient. It was like a terrifying existence that came from the center of the universe. It was like a terrifying existence that had transcended time and space. Fuck, 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 ancient god Kuan breeder. It's the ancient god Kuan breeder. It's the Kuan. Right at this time, one of the 7th Order Sovereign Realm experts from the Tiger God clan suddenly roared, and a look of disbelief appeared on his face. How is this possible? How is this possible? Wasn't the last ancient god Kuan breeder killed by the Divine Tiger clan, the Phoenix clan, and the Divine Dragon clan? How can he still exist? He widened his eyes and continued to roar. Ancient god Kuan breeder? Some experts from the Peak Forces were slightly dazed when they heard the voice of the Divine Tiger clan's expert. What's the ancient god Kuan breeder? I don't know, but from the exclamation of Lord Divine Tiger, it's definitely a terrifying existence. Bullshit, how can it not be terrifying? Didn't you hear Lord Divine Tiger say that the last ancient god Kuan breeder was killed by them, the Phoenix clan, and the Divine Dragon clan? How can an existence that requires 3 peak forces to kill be ordinary? Fuck, I can feel a terrifying existence coming out from that deep black hole. The experts from the peak forces were dumbfounded, somewhat shocked, somewhat unbelievable. This was the first time they had heard of the ancient god Kuan breeder. Just the name itself was enough to make them feel extremely powerful. Ancient god? Kuan breeder? Buzz buzz buzz. At this time, 3 enormous figures slowly emerged from the 3 black holes. Little blue, little white. The strength of a 5th Order sovereign, without the suppression of the universe, was comparable to an 8th Order sovereign. That incomparably huge body gave people a strong impact. Everyone felt as though the sky had darkened. Every single one of them was bigger than the long trading corridor they were in. What kind of concept is this? This is too crazy. These 3 terrifying giant beasts are called Little Blue, Little White, Little White? How are they small? The experts from the Elf clan couldn't help but mutter under their breath. They are too big. I remember now. The ancient god Kuan breeders Kuan used to feed on the Divine Dragon, Phoenix, and Divine Tiger clans. There are also records that the Kuan once devoured the experts of our demon clan. It was a very terrifying existence, but it was destroyed by the Divine Tiger, Phoenix, and Divine Dragon clans a long time ago. I never thought that it would appear again. An expert from the Devil clan said with shock in his eyes. Feeding on the peak forces? I pissed my pants. Ruthless, too ruthless. The experts from the various peak forces stared with their mouths agape. This was the first time they had heard of such a thing. Is this the trump card of the Dragon Palace? The experts of the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan will suffer a calamity. The Angel clan and the Phoenix clan will also suffer a calamity. An old man from the Saint bloodline muttered as he held a feather fan in his hand. Everyone, pay attention. Our royal family's defensive line can only withstand an attack from an 8th Order Sovereign Realm expert. If a battle breaks out, our defensive line might collapse. Everyone be careful. At that moment, an expert from the royal family suddenly spoke up to remind them. All the experts from the various peak forces? What does this mean? If the defense collapsed, wouldn't they be finished? Just the shockwaves from the battle would be enough to kill them in a second. Royal family, don't try to scare us. Actually, there's no need to worry too much. From the looks of it, the Angel race and Phoenix race will be completely suppressed. If we hide at the back, there won't be any problems. At this time, the expert from the royal family said leisurely. He led the entire trading corridor and retreated into the distance. Chapter 3788. Actually, we don't have to worry too much. From the looks of it, the Angel race and the Phoenix race will be completely suppressed. As long as we hide in the back, there won't be any big problems. When the royal family's voice rang out, everyone pursed their lips and their faces were filled with astonishment. It was not very harmful. It was very insulting. What did he mean by the gap was too big? What do you mean there might not be a problem? Does this mean that the Angel race and the Phoenix race will be completely suppressed? But looking at the current situation, it seemed to be the same. According to the legends, the ancient god Kuan breeder had 3 Kuan that could contend against 8th Order sovereigns. How could he resist like that? With the strength of the Angel race and Phoenix race, they could contend against 3 8th Order sovereigns if they used all their trump cards. But this resistance was only temporary. The 2 phoenixes of the Angel clan had forcefully upgraded their strength. The 3rd prince's offensive treasure. Even though they could contend against 8th Order sovereigns, how long could they last? 1 month? 2 months? Or perhaps a year? However, apart from the 3 Kuans, there was also the ancient god Kuan breeder. The ancient god Kuan breeder's power was also at this level. Most importantly, the legendary ancient god Kuan breeder was an existence that was besieged by the 3 top clans. Their strength was only comparable to an ordinary 8th Order Sovereign Realm expert? This was clearly impossible. The ancient god Kuan breeder mentioned in the legends must have a terrifying strength that was far beyond the ordinary level. How is this possible? How is this possible? At the same time, the 3rd Prince Qingjiang Water Phoenix and all the experts of the Angel clan and the Phoenix clan saw the 3 Kuan surrounding them. He looked at Lan Qingyue, the legendary ancient god Kuan breeder. They felt this extremely terrifying power, and their faces were filled with shock and disbelief. The battle prowess of an 8th Order sovereign. A total of 4 8th Order sovereigns. Furthermore, it was a terrifying existence that only existed in legends. How were they supposed to fight? Looking at the sealed space and feeling the terrifying pressure, their bodies trembled violently. How could this be? Oh no. It's over, we're done for. The faces of the 7th Order Sovereign Realm angels and phoenixes changed drastically, and their eyes were filled with fear and astonishment. What to do? What should he do? They were doomed. Once they started fighting, they would definitely not be a match for him. If the battle continued, they would all die. He would die. The difference was too great. They had relied on their trump cards to forcefully raise their cultivation to the 8th Order Sovereign Realm. And the other party was real. He, 3rd Prince, Qingjiang Aqua Phoenix, you two aren't so naive as to think that I'll wait here for you to surround me just because of the strength I've displayed, right? Do you think I'm stupid enough to wait for you to kill me? Wang Xian stared at them with a face full of mockery. His eyes gradually revealed a look of disdain. Wang Xian had walked step by step from Earth to where he was now. He would not be careless. Those who thought he was careless would only end up dead in the end. It was the same for the third prince and the Aqua Phoenix. Two idiots. Wang Xian mocked them as he looked at their ugly expressions. Hearing his words, the third prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix trembled violently, and their eyes turned red. I'll give all of you a chance to live. Come, third prince, Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix. Haven't you two been wanting to kill me? Today, I'll give you two a chance. Both of you attack me, and I'll fight both of you alone. If you can defeat me, I'll let all of you go. Wang Xian stared at them and continued plainly. What the fuck? TSK, the Dragon King is awesome. Is he going to fight the third prince and Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix alone? This is a blatant provocation. This is insulting. It'll be interesting if they don't dare to accept the challenge. Haha, if they don't even dare to accept the challenge, the angel race and phoenix race will be embarrassed. Dragon King, haven't you always wanted to kill me? Fine, I'll give you a chance. Now join forces and attack me. Defeat me and you can live. Very insulting. This will be interesting. With the strength that the Dragon King has displayed, how can the third prince and Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix fight? Unless they still have a trump card. When the surrounding experts and disciples heard Wang Xian's words, they widened their eyes and couldn't help but discuss. Humiliation, duel. You're asking if you dare to accept it? Dragon King of Dragon Palace, don't go overboard. Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix stared at Wang Xian and said, "Huh, saying that I'm going overboard? Interesting. You guys want to kill me, and I'm here now. Yet, you guys say that I'm bullying you. You guys are relying on the strength behind you. Fine, I'm also relying on the strength of the Dragon Palace. Let's fight it out? Besides, I, the Dragon King, am a man of my words. If you can defeat me, I'll let all of you go. TSK, come and fight it out with me. If you fight it out with me, the experts in your race might survive. But if you don't fight it out with me, none of you can leave." When Wang Xian finished his last sentence, his eyes were filled with coldness and eeriness. Huff huff. Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix's breathing quickened. At this moment, the phoenixes around her looked at her in silence. Over at the third prince's side, the experts from the angel race were also looking at him. Clearly, they had objections. They had been forced into a corner. Burn all your life force and fight it out. A fire phoenix stared at Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix and said plainly. His words made Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix's wings tremble, and she slowly clenched her claws. All right, Dragon King of the Dragon Palace, let us have a taste of your current strength. Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix flapped her wings slightly, and the feathers on her body began to burn gradually. She was burning her life force. Swish. The third prince stood out as well. With a wave of his arm, a long spear appeared in his hand, and a crown appeared on his head. Golden radiance flowed on the wings. 3 inborn cardinal treasures. His aura was rising. But at this moment he was extremely embarrassed. The 5 strongest battle angels from his angel army, who were at the 7th Order Sovereign Realm, had all been turned into energy. If they hadn't exhausted their life force, he would still have a chance. Now, it was time for Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix to exhaust her life force. Very well. At least you guys aren't cowards. Let me have a taste of your strength, and what makes you so arrogant. Wang Xian moved, and 4 Nether Ghost avatars attacked the third prince and Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix. Kill! Kill! Xinjiang Aqua Phoenix and the third prince roared as they attacked the Nether Ghost avatars. The Dragon King is obviously humiliating them. A 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert from the Nether race shook his head. Chapter 3789. Yes, the Dragon King is obviously toying with them. Even if the Green River Aqua Phoenix exhausts all her life force, she's still no match for the Dragon King. If the third prince's 7th Order sovereigns don't exhaust their life force, they might be able to take on the Dragon King. A 7th Order Sovereign Realm expert's voice rang out in the surrounding area. They had some understanding of the Dragon King's strength. How could the third prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix defeat him? Just as they had said, Wang Xian was toying with them. He wanted to let the high and mighty Third Prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix know that without the support of their race, they were nothing more than an existence that could be slaughtered at any time. The Third Prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix clashed with the two dark ghost doppelgangers. In a 1 versus 2 situation, they were not at a disadvantage. In fact, they even had the upper hand. If the battle continued, the two dark ghost doppelgangers would be destroyed. But this was under the circumstance that Wang Xian had not made a move yet. The Third Prince roared crazily as he fought. He was aware of the problem in front of him, but there was nothing he could do. At this time, he had to step up and fight the Dragon King. But now, the Dragon King was still standing there without moving. Isn't the gap too big? The Third Prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix are fighting with the dark ghost doppelgangers. What will happen if the Dragon King makes a move? To defeat the Dragon King, we need an 8th Order Sovereigns. He's too strong. This is the Dragon King of Dragon Palace. The surrounding experts and disciples sighed slightly. The experts of the Phoenix clan and the Angel clan were extremely embarrassed when they saw this scene. Their breathing quickened. I'm not going to tease you guys anymore. Seeing this, Wang Xian sneered and looked at the Green River Aqua Phoenix. I'll kill your Green River Aqua Phoenix first. I'm making my move, he said. Before he made his move, he reminded the Green River Aqua Phoenix. This was undoubtedly a mockery of him. Swoosh. The next moment, Wang Xian made his move. He flapped his unbeginning saint wings and disappeared. The Green River Aqua Phoenix heard Wang Xian's words and sensed a terrifying figure attacking her. Her expression changed drastically. Flames of death, bloom. Her eyes were bloodshot as she roared and unleashed a wide-range attack towards her surroundings. At this moment, he burned a fifth of his life. Buzz. When Wang Xian sensed the energy of the attack, he immediately formed a terrifying defense. At the same time, the Tai Chi Dragon Plate began to spin. He continued to attack the Green River Aqua Phoenix. The moment he rushed over, the attack he had set up began to collapse. The attack landed on the Tai Chi Dragon Plate. However, the Tai Chi Dragon Plate easily blocked the attack. The power of the backlash began to rebound. As this layer of energy was weakened by Wang Xian's defense, the backlash wasn't too strong. But he was definitely not weak. The Aqua Phoenix immediately felt a strange power enter her body. She was caught off guard and spat out a mouthful of blood. Crash! In the next second, Wang Xian flapped his unbeginning sacred wings and landed on the body of the Green River Aqua Phoenix. He stood on it and lightly stamped his foot. A wave of energy directly surged into her body. Chirp, chirp, chirp. A sorrowful cry came from her mouth. Hee, Green River Aqua Phoenix. Do you really think you can kill me in this state? Wang Xian stood on her body and mocked her. Too strong. He's simply too strong. Even the Green River Aqua Phoenix couldn't do anything to the Dragon King even when she was putting her life on the line. The Dragon King is indeed too strong. The gap is too huge. Perhaps the Third Prince and the Green River Aqua Phoenix would never have imagined that they would end up like this after provoking the Dragon King. All the surrounding experts and disciples were shocked to see this. Kill the Dragon King. However, at this moment, the experts from the Phoenix race fixed their eyes on Wang Xian and launched an attack. They seemed to have been waiting for this opportunity and time. They're going to sneak an attack on the Dragon King. When all the experts from the Phoenix race made their move, the surrounding experts were shocked. The Phoenix race was a little untrustworthy. Tis courting death. Lan Qingyue snorted coldly when she saw this. She had been keeping an eye on Wang Xian and the rest of them. How could she allow them to launch a sneak attack on Wang Xian? Lan Qingyue waved her arm and a black hole appeared behind Wang Xian. The black hole shrouded him instantly. In an instant, Wang Xian was back by her side. Kill them. After Lan Qingyue was done, she ordered Xiao Lan, Xiao Zhai, and Xiao Bai with cold eyes. Woo-woo, woo-woo. In an instant, Xiao Lan, Xiao Zhai, and Xiao Bai moved. Waves of horrifying grayish energy rushed towards them. This grayish energy condensed into the shape of swimming fish. Their bodies did not move, but the horrifying attack had already arrived. Among this school of swimming fish, some of them had opened their mouths, revealing a black hole. Creepy. Horrifying. Oh no, block it. The two phoenixes who had enhanced themselves with the help of the blood essence of the phoenix totem roared. They flapped their wings and formed a pair of wings that covered the sky. They faced the attacks from Xiaolon and the rest. Buzz buzz buzz. When the energies collided, a strange scene unfolded. Some of the phoenix's power directly disappeared when it collided with the fish that had opened their mouths like black holes. It was as though they were being devoured. But if one took a closer look, they would see that they were not being devoured. Instead, they were being transported to the bodies of Xiaolon and the rest. When these energy attacks landed on Xiaolon and the rest, they felt like tickles. After the phoenix energy was devoured, the black hole in the fish's mouths disappeared. However, the swimming fish continued to attack them. This attack represented the attacks of 3 8th order sovereign realm Kuns. How could the phoenixes resist? In an instant, the two phoenixes who had enhanced themselves spat out large amounts of blood as their bodies trembled violently. After all, they had enhanced themselves forcefully. Their combat strength was only comparable to an 8th order sovereign realm expert from the Nether tribe or the Dark Ghost avatar. They were very ordinary. There was no way they could resist the attacks of 3 Kuns. Third Prince, break through. At the side, a dark angel from the angel race hurriedly roared at the third prince. The third prince gritted his teeth and the crown on his head shot out a ray of light energy. The light energy landed on the archangel's secret language. All the attacks were directed towards Lan Qingyue. Chapter 3790. The attacks of the archangel's secret words were all aimed at Lan Qingyue. Following which, all the experts from the angel tribe fled in one direction. They wanted to escape. After witnessing the terrifying battle strength of the 3 Kuan, they were ready to escape. This was not a battle of the same level. Wishful thinking. Lan Qingyue's eyes turned cold when she saw the attacks of the archangel's secret words coming at her. There were more than 20 attacks, and each one of them was extremely terrifying. Lan Qingyue waved her arm, and in the next instant, Little Blue disappeared from the front. When it reappeared, it was already around Lan Qingyue. Just around. Little Blue's mouth came out, while Lan Qingyue and Wang Xian stood on it. She waved her arm, and a stream of energy surged into Little Blue's body. Woo-woo. Little Blue let out a low roar, and a gray shadow of a Kuan was formed. The shadow immediately faced the attacks of the archangel's secret words. Boom 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 boom. Terrifying sounds of collision were heard, and the attacks made the shadow of the Kuan even more illusory. However, it was only illusory. The attacks of the archangel's secret words did not have any effect. Moreover, the attacks of the archangel's secret words would take at least a year for the next attack. In other words, after this attack, their trump card would be gone. Little Blue, destroy them. Lan Qingyue saw this and ordered Little Blue. Woo-woo. Little Blue let out a low roar, and in a flash, it chased after the experts from the angel tribe. Its mouth was wide open, and its speed was terrifying. With a slight sway, it caught up with the experts from the angel tribe who were preparing to escape. Is this the power of the ancient god Kuan breeder? The angel clan's trump card, the archangel's secret whispers that can kill 7th order sovereigns. All of their attacks were directed at the ancient god Kuan breeder, but they were easily blocked. Isn't the ancient god Kuan breeder a little too strong? That Kuan instantly appeared around the ancient god Kuan breeder. I didn't sense anything. What kind of strange energy is this? Is it teleportation? The trump card of the angel tribe is completely useless. They can't escape at all. That Kuan is too strong. Everyone was shocked by Lan Qingyue's move. That was the trump card of the angel race, yet it was actually blocked so easily. This was simply inconceivable. Perhaps this was the legendary ancient god Kuan breeder. It's over, it's over. How is this possible? How could our trump card be blocked so easily? How is this possible? It's over, we're completely done for. When the angel race powerhouses sensed the scene behind them and sensed Lil Blue's might, they fell into utter despair. They were still thinking that the Phoenix clan could give them some power. However, they did not expect that their own strength would not be able to withstand a single blow. What kind of enemy did the third prince provoke for us? A radiant angel couldn't help but roar in despair. When the third prince heard this, he felt as if his heart had died. He was in complete despair. He had a resurrection treasure. Even if he died this time, he could use the treasure to resurrect. But what would await him after his resurrection? He knew. What awaited him was to be refined into a battle angel. This time, even his father wouldn't be able to protect him. In fact, even his father wouldn't be able to protect him. Because the mistake he had made this time was far too big. It was so huge that it brought unimaginable losses to the angel race. Third prince, your life is mine. I'll kill you with my own hands. At this moment, the Dragon King's voice rang in his ears. The third prince looked over and saw the Dragon King standing very close to him. His eyes were filled with indignation. The person before him was an ant that he looked down upon. If he had known, he would have ordered his subordinates at the sovereign realm to kill the Dragon King, even if it was against the rules of the pinnacle races. But now it was all too late. In the next moment, Wang Xian's palm grabbed the third prince's neck. A wave of destructive energy immediately rushed into his body, severely injuring him instantly. At this moment, the third prince's fighting spirit had completely vanished. His face was filled with despair. Wang Xian waved his arm, and the 5 elements grindstone appeared beneath his feet. He threw the third prince onto the grindstone. Wang Xian stepped on his face with one foot. A public humiliation. Ah! The third prince seemed to be unable to bear the humiliation as he roared in indignation. Energy surged from his body as he tried to commit suicide. Bam! However, Wang Xian moved his right foot and disintegrated all the energy in his body, imprisoning him completely. He moved and flew back to his previous position. Oh! No. At this moment, the escaping Angel Clan powerhouses let out miserable cries of despair. Little Blue opened its mouth wide enough to swallow the stars. This group of angels had no space to hide. Boom boom boom. Woo woo. Woo woo. At this moment, Xiao Zhai and Little White launched their attacks at the angels' race. An ancient voice rang out. Their massive bodies charged towards the flock of phoenixes. Run! The 2 phoenixes who had forcefully enhanced their strength flapped their phoenix wings when they saw this scene. One on the left and the other on the right, trying to escape. Their strength had been enhanced. They had a chance to escape. They still had a chance to survive. Little White, Xiao Zhai, lock them down. Leave the rest to me. Lan Qingyue said emotionlessly. Wang Xian stepped on the third prince's head and watched this scene with a smile. Escape? Where could they escape to? This was the starry universe, the territory of the giant beasts of space. This was the world of Little Blue and the rest. Here, they had a natural advantage. None of them can escape. How can they escape? Just wait for your death, and you still want to escape. The surrounding experts from the pinnacle races couldn't help but comment when they saw this scene. At the same time, they were shocked by the strength of the ancient god Kuan Breeder and Kuan. They were also in awe of the Dragon Palace. The rise of the Dragon Palace was inevitable. Given the potential of the Dragon King of the Dragon Palace, it wouldn't be a problem for him to reach the pinnacle of the sovereign realm. At that time, with the addition of the ancient god Kuan Breeder, the glory of the divine dragon race could be restored. Even now, the 12 pinnacle races could be changed to 13 pinnacle races. I wonder how the angel race and phoenix race would react when they learn of the situation here. I wonder how the other experts and disciples of the Nine-Source universe would react when they see the third prince of the angel race being stepped on by the Dragon King. The surrounding experts and disciples murmured as they watched this scene in shock. You're tuning in to the Passion Pages YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.